Hi, everyone, and welcome to our latest edition of Like, Share, Follow. And this week, I have the amazing Cinty Buxton, who is a donor care coordinator at ACCTV and a marketing manager at 000 Property, as well as being a social media grad from USC. So you studied other things at USC, didn't you, Cinty? So
I actually ended up with a PR major and did marketing too. But social media ended up being quite a large component of my degree. So
yeah, and that's actually a really nice mix to put together, right? So that's excellent. And so you've just graduated. So Cindy was telling me that she must be one of the only students that I've heard of where she actually enrolled for this semester and was told, "Hey, you've actually finished." So that's loves uni and studying. So
well, I do, and it's a weird feeling being finished, but it's also I was like, oh, thank you. It was like the best gift ever was finishing when I thought I had one semester to go or one subject to go because I just actually could not fit it in. So yeah, it's great news.
Yeah, and so because you've actually finished, but you ended up just getting something really quickly, didn't you? So you were while you were studying, you were actually like 000 Property is your family business, and so you were already applying what you were learning at uni to that business at the same time. But tell me, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But tell me about the other role that happened after you'd finished uni. Right?
Well, Karen, I think. Like I was just thinking about it last week when we had our little fake graduation online. Did get dressed up. It was maybe a little bit disappointing that when I originally thought about going back to uni and doing a Bachelor of Communication, I was interested in obviously business, and because we had our own business and just looking at marketing and how can we do this better. And so there was that side of me that was really interested in communications. And then there was the other side that was also love community. I'm very involved in, whether it's a school soccer club or the Good Life Community Church or, help out uniforms of kids. I've always loved that part as well and just doing something in that not-for-profit sector. And so it's amazing. That was what sparked my interest right back how many years ago, 4 years ago. And here I am. I just graduated, just very recently, and I'm doing 3 days a week for a not-for-profit, and I'm doing 2 days a week in business. So, yeah, it's amazing where you end up.
It's fantastic. And so this is like your second career, isn't it? Because you were a nurse, is that right? And then you went back and retrained at university.
And look, I've always, I love being a registered nurse, and but it just didn't suit me just with my family. I just needed a bit more flexibility. And to be honest, I feel like I'm working really hard now, but I can also do some work from home. And just, I really appreciate that side of what I'm doing now as well. And just being involved as well in our own business, I think is great. And I'm loving that part of it too. So, yeah.
Excellent. So tell me, so ACCTV, explain what the organisation is and what your role is there.
Okay, so it's Australian Christian channel, and it is it's just about good TV. So it's very family-friendly viewing. It's all very inspirational and positive. And so it's a brand new role there with doing donor care or fundraising. They've never done it before, and it's great. Like I get to roll out. It's about relationships as well as all your email marketing and a little bit of social media. That's sort of starting. It's still part of the strategy. And I love it because it is talking with people and relationship building alongside all the marketing part of a role like that as well. So, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so that would really draw on your PR and your marketing knowledge that you gained at uni. And tell me about what you do in 000 Property.
Well, 000 Property, because we're just a small business, sort of over everything. So we're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, doing events and webinars, organising some of that. Although there hasn't been as many events this year, has there? But never mind, that's hopefully more to come. And yeah, email, newsletters and marketing as well.
Yeah. Okay. So with your role at with the television with ACCTV. ACCTV. So tell me, how did you did you apply for an ad there, and what do you think set you apart from other graduates who would have gone for that role?
Well, it is all about relationships, and so many jobs are not advertised. And again, this was something that it came about through talking with different people, and they said, oh yeah, there's a position available here, you should apply. And yeah, that's how it ended up. Yeah. So,
and what do you think set you apart? So it wouldn't have just been the relationship, it would be what do you think gave you the edge on other people going for that role?
I think I'm very people focused, and a role like that, it is always about just being friendly, because people don't connect with an organisation, people connect with people, and right. I think that's my strength.
Yeah, excellent. And tell me, what has been some of the best advice that you've been given so far in your career?
Oh, that's a tough one. And again, I think, look, I worked really hard through my degree, but I just really believe it comes down to still networking and the importance of, building those relationships. I just think it's key in life and in your career as well. So anything you can do, usually we are at events or out there meeting people and strengthening relationships, I guess.
Okay, and so tell me also, what has been some of the important skills you've learned at university that have really helped you in your career now?
Do you know, the main thing was, I think, just trying new things. Isn't that crazy? That it was just there are things that I wouldn't have ever done before until you're thrown into things in a classroom or and then I realized, oh, actually I can do that. And then all of a sudden, and that's just given me confidence to go forward as well. Like I remember like a research subject I was thinking, oh, this is just going to be the worst subject ever, research, and ending up loving it. And it was one of my favorite assignments that I got to do on like the Me Too movement. And it's one of the standouts in my mind of my uni life. So.
And what's something you wish you'd learned at uni that you've needed now that you haven't been prepared for?
Well, look, we did a lot of social media management. We did that with you, Karen, and you were amazing. I still wish I had done more Facebook advertising.
Yeah.
It's like, it still bugs me that, I feel like it's something that I can't quite nail but I think that's it. Yeah.
I wish we could fit it all in the course. So I mean, we have to just wait until that final year, but because there's so much to cover. But,
there is so much to cover.
I mean, maybe post-grad, maybe we could do some post-grad and put it in there. Who knows?
Maybe that's it. The other thing is like email, because now I do a lot of email marketing. Again, like, in the my internship, we did Infusionsoft, but we used Active Campaign and MailChimp, but they're all things that you learn along the way. And sometimes I think I wish could be a little quicker or faster, but that's all part of the journey, right?
Yeah, That's it. And I mean, I wish we could cover absolutely everything, but I see your point. But I really think there, I'll have to lobby for it. But there, I think we can't fit any more in to the undergrad. So yeah, maybe a postgrad is the way to go.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And so I always ask this: what has been something in the last 2 weeks in relation to social media that you like a new piece of information, a new tool, a new hack, or something that you've learned in the last 2 weeks that you could share?
Oh, I think I was just trying to refine our Instagram strategy. And it's amazing that Instagram's only 10 years old. Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just, that's the constant thing about being in this industry is just the continual learning and updating and refining that goes on. And, I was just looking through the posts, making sure that they're all really just going back to the basics, high quality images and just like making sure that, I am making sure that, we're engaging with all the posts and like hashtags, going back and refining that. Like, okay, I'm going to do one branded hashtag for sort of product related hashtags and maybe 3 specific to a post. Like for me, I just needed a plan. I'm like, yep, okay. Just going back and refining constantly. To make it better.
Yeah. And I mean, and then it's that just testing, isn't it? So go back, refining, testing, look at the analytics, what worked, what didn't, and just keep doing that, refining.
Yeah. And I think making time as well for reporting, like I have it in my calendar, monthly reporting, and it's like, oh, yeah, I need to make sure that is looked at and it's done. So,
yeah, because it's so important because the answers are in the data. So you just need to, you can use that so well to actually inform what you're doing. So, yeah. So don't ever scrimp on the reporting or the analysis.
No. And then, making sure that it does, that Google Analytics, that the website traffic is coming from socials and that it is all working together. So, yeah.
Yeah. And what advice would you give to someone who's just about to finish uni or, who's getting close, or even someone who has just finished like yourself, about how to succeed in their career?
I just think just have the confidence to be able to go and apply and go and talk to people. Even if, jobs aren't advertised, just give it a go, and you're not going to know everything. So have a go. I think, that be willing to, if you're willing to learn, willing to try new things and maybe put the extra effort in, you're going to succeed. People want these skills. It's a growing area, I think. I'm really glad that I ended up here.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad too. Because I remember you saying throughout your degree it was so different to what you were doing before. But you worked so hard, and you really rose to the challenge. You did a great job.
Thank you. I still am a little technology. I had so many presentations that something would go wrong at the last minute at uni. So I'm getting over that.
Yeah, good. Yeah. And it's funny. I've noticed, and this is a generalization, but as my time teaching at university, it's often the most capable students who are the most petrified that they in their own ability. Like it's funny, like they're just scared they've done something wrong when they're so capable and they normally do so well. So yeah, it's just interesting, isn't it? Now, the most important question of this whole interview is, who do you like, share and follow, Cinty?
Oh, besides Dr. Karen Sutherland.
You know what? Every time I ask that, I don't expect you to say that. Very nice, but yeah. But really, Like, who do you like, share and follow?
Do you know what? I love what people are doing with social media. I have a friend who is Dr. Alison Willis, who's in the education department at USC, and she has started an Instagram page, Teachers of Australia, and it's just amazing how it's just about encouraging teachers, and that's what she's passionate about, and it's just growing exponentially. It's so great. I love that. At the moment, we're renovating our house, so of course I'm following every Three Birds renovations, all that. But really, like, still, when it comes to something like Instagram, it's all about the images. And my favorite is Paul Smith images from Noosa, and he just does the most amazing, like, surf beach one. So yeah, that's where that's what if I have time to actually just indulge and scroll, that's what I want to look at.
Excellent. And maybe when we finish, you could post links to those accounts in the comments so other people can follow them as well. That would be great. So do you have final words as we wrap up?
Look, the thing I really appreciate about social media, for some people, social media is their whole business. This is it. But for the businesses that and organisations that I'm involved in, it's just part of it. And I love that I have done a broad degree where I can apply communications to so many different parts. And whether it's events, emails, meeting clients, whatever it is, I can be across all of that. So I'm enjoying it. Yeah,
it sounds like fun. It sounds, and a good mix of things to do. So I don't think you'll ever get bored with 2 days being the same. So
I need one more day in my week, like in my
yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on the show this week. And so next week, it's a surprise. So I'm still confirming next week's guest. So I will share that very soon around on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter when we lock that in. But I just want to say a huge thank you to Cinty, and I wish you every success
in you, Karen.
Your career. Even it was surprise you finished uni. I don't I still don't know who.
It would only have to be.
But anyway, if anyone, that was great. So thank you so much, and thanks to everyone for watching. Before we go, Gillian Hall said, "Great advice and tips. The answers are in the data, always." Thanks, Cinty and Karen. So thank you, Gillian, and I'll see you all next week. And thanks again, Cinty. Bye.
No worries. Thanks, Karen.